The cube. The cube. The cube. The cube. The cube.
The Cube song? What?
The cube.
Okay. We should have audio now.
There
There we go.
I love that so much.
The jazz hand is what makes it.
But you really need to record that and send that to me so I can just insert it in the front of every episode.
The best part is that it's different every time, so who knows what you'll actually end up with.
Okay.
The
So
Come on.
oh my god. Well,
Hi everybody.
hi everybody. We are live. I do apologize for being late. In my defense, we did have an earthquake and there was no reception for a bit, so there was really nothing out of my control. There was, yeah. Oh wait, hold on, English. Yeah, it was out of my control. I couldn't do anything about it. And yeah, let's go. For like refresh everyone who we are and what characters we're gonna play. I'm gonna do a really quick intro. Liz, do you want to go first?
Oh no. Hi, I'm Liz. I play Nemo. She's kind of an asshole and I love her.
That is a very good summary of her, Tanner.
Me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I play. Wait, we said Lyra. Yeah.
Lyra.
I got so confused because we said so many different things.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I play Lyra. She's a hot goth Goliath, and that's the best way I could describe her.
Really,
It's a good party.
that's a very good description, though.
She also looks like she can throw you.
Yes.
Like
art
it's
for
just like,
now.
Dang it, you beat me to it. Neo.
Hi, I'm Nemo, and I play Evie, a very shy and kind of panics 3'2" cleric.
Bless.
She's tiny and all panic.
She is small. Ollie, would you like to go?
I sure would. Hello, everybody. My name is Rula Alejandro Gonzalez Enriquez, but you can call me Ali or Lycus. The Stratus is my name on pretty much anywhere else on the internet. So feel free to call me that as well. And I'm playing the Cube. Yeah.
And Jesse.
Yeah, and Jesse. And all the other Bone Boys.
And no, don't call them that. Don't call them the Bone Boys.
So I just saw Obscure's comment.
Skellalads.
The
Skeleton.
Okay, so hi. I am JayJay. This is my Twitch stream and YouTube, depending on where you're seeing this. And I play Kirby, who is an awakened dog. I know my characters. Quick recap. As quick as I can make it. Definitely always read the terms and conditions. No, wait, was that last time? I don't remember. Anyway, so yes, episode 3. Let's go, Ollie.
All right. So, the camera opens up on a picture of a beautiful home. A picturesque white picket fence home. It's on a postcard as a woman lowers it and looks at the house that they actually have, which is run down and awful. And then behind her, giant letters appear. Predatory loans. Get yours today. And And that commercial ends, and we get back to.
Listen, the fact that you had a whole bunch of balloons and you didn't go with a Viagra ad, like...
That's for the climax, JJ.
Oh my god.
Got it.
Also, is Nemo was
Oh,
green for a second.
Nemo was green?
Yeah.
For me.
My camera's doing something funky.
Oh boy.
Oh, we
I'm gonna
gotta
green screen that in the edit.
make them- Oh no, wait, is Nemo frozen?
I'm frozen.
Yeah, Nemo was frozen.
No, Nemo frozen.
I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with it. I've disconnected and come back a few
please hold.
times.
We are
Like-
experiencing technical difficulties.
Maybe... I don't know. I was about like refresh a
didn't
camera.
think-
I'm like, well, how do you refresh a camera? Hi, today's the day of technical difficulties. For like a quick second, maybe you could switch your camera off and back on? Maybe?
Let's
I think it's going to be a whole reconnect.
We'll find out.
Oh. Dancing squares.
I like how Nemo turning off their camera made Lycus zoom out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Like this
it did.
camera does that though.
You've-
Like
you
it'll
have
randomly
seen
zoom
though.
in and out.
That's interesting.
I don't know why it does this thing to me.
Discord.
I just want
kindly.
a good zoom.
I joined a Zoom call the other day and it was like really close up on my face and I couldn't do anything about it. I just had to sit really far away.
It's your camera setting specifically for that.
How?
I hadn't touched
Because
my
Discord,
settings, though.
no, because Discord doesn't listen to your camera
Oh,
settings. It just
shoot.
does default of 0.
Wait. No, I
Nope.
didn't. Sorry. What? I was trying to figure out how to like fix Lycus's face. Anyway, it's fine.
Excuse
This
you. My
face
face
doesn't
is.
need
Your
fixing.
face is glorious.
It's perfect.
I just want to.
Welcome to
focus-
episode 3 Technical Difficulties.
Can the cube just have technical difficulties this episode?
Seems to be. I might just need to be my profile picture.
I'm okay with that. If you're okay with that,
Yeah.
we will try.
Now we don't get to see Nemo
That is
panic
very
as Evie.
sad that we don't get to see Nemo.
Nemo can just reenact all of the panicking and send it to Lycus to put in post.
Yeah, just record it and I'll figure it out.
I'm sorry, just the use. Why are you doing this? I don't like this. You switched your camera off, and then now it's only showing like half my face. Why?
My computer is also counting. My camera is still on because my ring light's still on.
Interesting.
That is.
You might have to disconnect your camera? I don't know.
It's okay. I'm,
I think my computer itself might be freaking out. Is what I think it might be.
Technical difficulties. The
hello,
stream.
welcome to technical difficulties.
You could just blame
the
Boblin.
the,
It's
the
fine.
episode's name is Glitched Games.
Ooh. Dig it.
Ooh. Thank you for the
Ooh.
posture check and the hydrate.
Oh.
Yeah.
I already drank all of my tea.
Already?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
really
well, I
good.
guess that's just what we're going to
That's
have to
mercy.
do. Nemo's going to be a face, and they're just going to record this post thingy and then try lip sync to themselves. It's all good.
No,
If
you
have a
just
picture
need
of
to
the
make
character,
like
I'll just put it
still
there instead.
reactions.
Sorry?
I was just saying, if you have a picture of the character, I'll just put it there instead.
I can do that.
Yay!
Nemo, are you at your desk?
Yeah, like you sound very far away. This is
Hi.
actually all just a thing so that Nemo can switch off their camera and go cuddle their cats far, far away from the game.
I don't even have to leave. My cat comes to me.
It's just like
Not
nugget
my
butt.
cat.
All right,
Nugget butt.
all right. You guys ready to?
Hand it back over.
What just happened? Oh lord.
No way to know.
Hi.
Oh.
Oh!
He was like 3 feet high.
Bam! Why are you down there?
Yes,
I mean,
I had an extension cord, and I've never used it before. I think it might be what was messing up my camera.
that's-
Oh.
Also, sitting on the floor, I am now the exact height of my character. Hello.
If I just stand up and I get like a box, that'd be the same height as Lyra.
oh my
I feel like Nemea is like not tall but not
No,
short.
it's in the bed.
All right, let's just. We literally spent 10 minutes on this guy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So-
We're ready
Jump-
now.
Yeah, go.
Good.
Yeah, so jumping back in, our contestants have just finished another room. They went through the Family Feud and defeated both a family of bone lads and a couple with their preserved dead child that they carry around in a little coffin backpack because,
Oh my
of
God,
course, they do.
that made me.
It's okay. You just, ruined their wishes and chances of bringing back their child. That's
It
not
makes you feel
fun.
better. Kirby didn't. It was basically all me. I'm sorry, JJ.
You
But
had a-
hey, you're
you had a
successful.
I made the
fight
coffin
with the-
prettier. I made flowers bloom.
Yeah.
You did make
And you're also like 2 million platinum richer. So hey, that's
2 million
great.
platinums. Yep.
You know,
I'm rich.
Someone is keeping count of this, right?
but you guys are coming back into the waiting area, the cavern where everyone just kind of hangs out, where the floor is sort of that soft mat that you have at like kids parks. Just in case.
Oh my gosh.
And as you come in, you find that there's actually no one here right now. It's just the fire that they had set up before, and freedom. There's no. It's completely empty for now.
Oh, sir.
So
Permission to have Nugget as part of the campaign.
sure. So in the fire, you see the visage of a cat,
Oh my god.
Oh
and
boy.
We get to play with Nugget.
it beckons you towards it.
Oh no. It's a trap.
That's tricky. Do I like cats?
Whoa. Because you're a dog. Are you gonna
Yes,
chase the
I
fire?
know. That's why I'm like, that's a question. Do I like cats? Give me a second while I roll something.
Nemea just kind of stares at it like, what now?
But you said
Yeah,
the whole area is empty except for us in the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
And from what I recall, when you asked fella whose name I forgot again,
Which one?
Alex.
Oh, yeah, him.
Oh,
Yes.
the cowboy.
I remembered an NPC's name.
Well, assuming you're talking about the guy from the future.
I am.
Yeah, okay.
Which notebook were my notes in?
Oh my god.
Wait, you take notes?
I love
No. But sometimes I write down names.
Names are important.
Names are important.
Whatever.
Alright.
So yeah, you see in the fire, genuinely, a feline figure, and it is indeed, with a little fiery wisp of a tail, calling for you all to join.
Stop, that's so cute.
You see Kirby's tail just start going that, supersonic wagging that dogs do when they're super excited. And he comes rushing towards the flames. And as he skids to a halt in front of it, he does that thing where dogs lean down forward and their butt's super high in the air, and it's the universal let's play.
Let's play.
I rolled really high for it. Did Kirby like cats? Apparently, Kirby loves cats, so...
This cat, when it looks at you in the way that, when a cat clearly thinks it's better than you? It
can
looks
send
at
you
you
a
like,
picture to picture to chat of exactly what that cat looks like right now.
Love it.
and it just kind of almost sighs as a fire. Like it grows, it becomes more bright and then dims, and it starts to write words with its tail, little
Ooh.
wisps of fire spelling out a few words, and it just says, "Can't talk. Area is monitored but not recorded. They can't see into the fire."
Interesting.
Nemea sits by the fire and leans forward.
What do all
Quite
the
interested.
shapes mean?
Geometry is dependent on purpose. I don't. You can see the cat is confused by the question.
Kirby
can't
can't read, so he is pointing at the words.
Nemea will tell the cat, Kirby can't read.
Okay, it understands now, and it has grows another tail of fire and starts drawing one with one spelling and one just drawing out pictures of what they're saying. Emoji
Okay, your
speak.
interest is so cool.
It's that idea of being able to draw with one hand and write with the other.
I love that.
And they're trying to tell they are saying with their little fire wisps, can't stay for long, just letting you know they're going to try to kill you soon.
What?
We just got here.
If you survive the next one, you'll be at the top of their list. They find the best ratings come from finishing off people who are no longer underdogs. For the pictures, it's just showing your group leveling up and fighting, and then fake people cheering.
Kirby did not like that.
The cat produces a sad emoji face and says and agrees with you. Can't help yet. Trying to find loophole.
Lordy.
Keep an eye out for the fire.
Nemea's gonna. It's not like sand. You said it's like a mat.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have anything that could be used to like write with? Nugget, go away.
While Nemea and Kirby are talking with the cat, Lyra just kind of like sits down that way, like when you're at the beach, like your knees off to the side. She's just sitting on the ground like that, just chilling.
I don't think I have anything that'll
She's like,
allow
they
me
can
to
talk
write.
to the cats.
All right. Anyone want to try to communicate in some way? Remember that what they said was that you are being monitored but not
Monitored but
recorded.
not watched.
Mm-hmm. This isn't live.
I can speak. I am able to speak telepathically to any creature as long as I share a language. So I'm gonna try to telepathically communicate with this fire cat, and just be like, "Who are you?"
What languages do you speak?
Lots. Actually, I don't think it's that many. Oh, actually, it is a lot. Oh no, just kidding. Telepathy counts as one. Celestial, Common, Elvish, Telepathy, and Thieves' Cant.
Cool. It doesn't respond. It doesn't respond to your psychic link.
Mhm.
Well, what was the question though?
Who are you? And if it makes a difference, this is not my psychic link. This is the telepathy feat.
Right, so it's not the thing you established before. It's just an ability that you're.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because you were tapped. the other one.
Oh, was that what happened?
Yes.
I mean, I assumed because it did. Well, no, it didn't work with everybody else. But you said that like I
It
could
was like,
tell that
user
there
has
was a
entered the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cube has entered the chat. They weren't being subtle. So, with your telepathy, you go through all the different languages, and it responds to thieves' cant.
Oh,
Interesting.
But it does respond in its text form
Yeah.
still. And you asked who it is,
yeah.
and it says it's a rogue aspect. I don't really have a name. Call me Cat? No? Is that Fire Cat? Whatever, I don't really care.
When you say rogue aspect, would Nemea know like what the heck that means?
So, do you know much about religion?
Maybe.
Do any of you?
No.
I do.
I do as well.
Okay. What's just baseline? What is how many points you got in religion?
I got 6.
Oh,
Dang.
Nice.
All right. So you both recognize these as things that have been spoken about, but to actually try to deduce it, you have to get a roll from you.
Interesting.
Is Nemea, did you talk to me about that or no? Because I wouldn't roll for Lyra if you don't mention it
No,
to
that's
her.
fair.
Because she's just chilling.
Well, the cat is speaking to everyone with their text.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody saw that. Not everybody heard me, but everybody saw what the cat said.
Hmm.
The cat responded out loud.
Yeah.
Or out loud.
Got a 13 plus 6 for 19.
Hey.
nice. I got a 12.
Got a 12? You know with a 12 that this is a pretty common idea, an aspect of something with its own sense of self. There are some people who consider all life to be aspects of the greater gods and whatnot. But with a 19, you know that the way that this is being referred to is more like a god, like a being born of a god, like a piece of a whole that takes on its own identity. It's a thing that's happened with other gods before, other cosmic beings. It's a thing that'll happen again. And a lot of times they have a sense of self, but no identity.
Ooh.
I don't think Lyra actually communicates that because she's like, okay, I know this. Just assuming everyone else.
Really,
also
everyone
knows.
else knows too.
Everyone should know this. That's just how gods work.
It's just a hand.
Obviously.
This is how cards work.
She's
don't
going
know
to
what-
telepathically ask Firecat, how do you know this?
I was born knowing a lot, and this was one of those things.
And you can help us later? You said you can't help yet.
I want to help later. I think I can, but I don't know. I know less than I want. But I'm trying.
Oh, yeah. I understand how that feels.
They put a little image up of like people holding hands in that like camaraderie sort of way.
Cute.
Oh. Sorry. Fire is cute.
She'll say, so for now, we just survive?
Yes. The other teams, a couple have already died. The A team, they keep winning, so I don't think they're going to be as popular. So you're probably going to be the focus for a little while. Just be careful.
How do they plan to kill us?
Don't know. Big spider, maybe?
Don't like that.
There's-
Just see Kirby's like the back of his neck, just the hackles go up.
By the way, not everybody hears the questions that she's asking because this is over like a singular telepathic thing.
Oh, dang it.
Everybody's just getting
I thought this
the
was
cat
like
answers.
happening like small talks, like, and Kirby's like right there. So okay.
No,
don't worry.
Kirby's getting the cat
Getting the
answer.
cat's answer, but not
But
not
Maya's
my
question.
Okay, I see a
You're-
giant spider. I'm not happy with that.
You're seeing giant spider question mark?
Question mark?
The
And
weird
then
It's-
Maya's just like, ugh.
It's hard to predict, but I know they have many creative beasts.
Lord.
I'm sorry you're here. Hopefully this does, and then just the fire dies down completely. And it comes back to life, but it's completely normal.
Just a fire.
Yeah.
I lost my friend.
I think they'll be back.
Okay. So, what do we do now?
All we can do is rest.
Okay. Would you like to cuddle with me? I'm very warm and fuzzy.
No, thank you.
Oh. I will ask the other new friends. And Kirby's gonna like bundle over to. Do we agree on Luria? Lyra?
Lyra.
Lyra? And our 3 feet tiny friend and our small. Would you like to cuddle?
Evie will kind of back up a little half step, is come bounding forward. Just, I'm good for now. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Kirby understands boundaries, but he can still be disappointed.
What if it is cold when we are resting later? I'm feeling quite warm.
Okay. It's gonna pad off and not too far away.
Which Lyra actually is feeling warm. She's adjusted to cold climate. She's a Goliath.
Kirby's just gonna pad off to the corner, not too far away. He can still see you guys. Walk around in a circle and then a ball of food. But like, if you're looking like over his giant ass paws, his face is still directed at you guys. There's still like 2 little hopeful eyes, just in case you guys change your mind and decide you want to cuddle him.
So, you guys have a little bit of time by yourselves. Is there anything you'd like to do? Anything you'd like to try to set up, or any preparations you'd like to make for the day?
Lyra's only plan is to talk to Evie some. Just figure out who they are.
Aw.
Because they got thrown in with Family Feud, and that was it.
This is valid.
And Evie just kind of stood in the background and went, I don't know what's happening. There's exploding skeletons.
There's exploding skeletons. Wait, where's Jessie?
She's clogged out on your back. Just
Looking with Jesse.
I'm going to cuddle Jessie. Like, just
you know those pillow pets from back in the day? She takes the shape of one of those.
Oh my gosh.
It's not actually comfortable because she is made of bone.
it's okay. Kirby has enough.
I'm just thinking
It's the
You're like-
cage that opens.
If you like wake up with a bone in your mouth.
I would.
Just gnawing.
Like
Right.
Jesse's arm.
Jesse
would
said he
not.
could gnaw on some bones.
That's true.
I wouldn't.
Jessie
eat
said it was
my
okay.
friends in my sleep, would I?
Well, she said you could. She said you could because she can always get more from the other.
Yeah, the other skeletons.
As long as it's morally okay to eat bones. He's fine.
Nemea just practices throwing psychic daggers at a spot on the wall and then goes to sleep.
Okay. Well, in that case, if Lyra and Nemo want to chit chat, feel free.
Yeah.
Are you
Evie
sitting or
was
standing?
standing? So when
Because Lyra's sitting, so they're eye height right now.
Oh my god. This height
So-
difference.
so when Kirby ran forward for Firecat, Evie was going to start forward, and then they saw the tail, and they kind of froze. And she just kind of stood still, was just kind of like rocking back and forth on her heels, kind of next to Lyra while all of that was happening. So she was just vibing and standing next to Lyra while Lyra sat.
Oh my word.
You want to start our piece then? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why did you choose to enter the keep?
Oh, well,
If that's too personal of a question, you don't have to answer.
No, it's fine. A friend of mine, he, how do I explain this? I have a very stubborn friend who got himself cursed and left it essentially untreated and kind of lived out his life ready to go kind of thing, and I'm trying to save him.
That's very noble reasoning.
I appreciate that. He's stubborn and was one of my first friends when I left home. So I'm trying to help. Might I ask why you're here? If that's not too personal.
I have come here because I was told to by the stars. I read them, and they tell me their grand tapestry for the universe.
I see.
And they told me to come here.
Have they given you any more answers of why you're here, or are you still figuring
I've
that out?
not seen the stars since we've entered.
Right. Stupid question. So, since you've gotten here, I guess that means you'll be finding answers. Not good.
The fire chest comes back.
I heard the noise before I saw the cat. I was like, what is that? So, I guess that means that you'll be figuring that out here with the rest of us then?
I will just have to wait and see. Try to figure things out myself.
I hope you find the answers that you were sent here for.
Thank you. And I hope that you were able to save your friend.
Thank you.
I assume we just chill for the night. small talk.
Yeah. Evie will settle down to sit at some point and get to a shorter offset again.
Oh my word.
If we're going to sleep at some point, Lyra's going to transform into a fox. And just like pillow.
Aw.
Just so we're the same size.
Evie's just gonna go into a like when that happens, Evie would kind of like turn away for a moment, quietly panic squee, and then turn back like that silent like whisper squee, and then turn back and just
Also, instead of the fox being like red and black, like a normal fox, it's the red is black, and the black is the gold color. That's like the bottom half of her hair.
I love that so much. That's so cute. Evie's just gonna panic through the night over how cute that is.
So freaking cute.
So, while you guys are off to bed, you sleep for maybe 2 hours before you're woken up by a rather loud banging and thudding.
Oh, dear.
You see another tunnel open up, and you see your friends from earlier rushing out. The half-orc is in full werewolf form. He's carrying the cowboy on his back using these astral aura arms to hold them in place as they are spewing blood from their leg. The other two are rushing in, holding each other up. The masculine one of the siblings no longer has a mouth, is completely blank. And they are yelling at each other. All right, put him down over here. Do you have enough transformation available? Fuck. And you see them just trying to trying to figure shit out. And Lycus sets down the cowboy in just next to a large rock, so they can sit up a little bit. And you see that his left leg is completely missing, and he's otherwise also pretty beat up. They all look pretty hurt, and you see that the twins, they take a moment, and they kind of look at each other, seem to be having a whole conversation when the masculine one turns into a large scythe, and the large feminine one asks Lycus, "Do you think you can take some damage? I think we could at least heal him up." Lycus agrees and just kind of stands up and like gets himself ready, and you see the scythe pass through him and through the cowboy, and moments later you see a large gash open up on Lycus's back, and all of the wounds on the cowboy start to slowly mend. Okay, so he's stabilized. We got to do something about that leg later. Shit. But then they just sit down, just gonna try to relax a little bit, try to catch their breath.
What happened?
Moments later, you notice that they notice you. They're like, "Oh, hey everyone, are you guys okay?"
Lyra just yips. She's still a fox.
Better
So
than
things went
you,
better.
it would seem.
Yeah, it's not one of our best outcomes, that's for sure.
What the hell happened?
Oof. There was this crab, but it had shark arms. It was sharks for arms. It was awful.
Did not like any of that.
Yeah, no, the longer you stay around here, the worse it gets, really. Uh, some asshole joined the fight with us, but decided, well, might as well fight each other instead of work together. It happens a lot. Cursed my brother over here, and he just points to himself.
Kirby's gonna turn over and start digging in his backpack. That's not Jesse. And after a bit, takes out this dusty old vial. My father said that this could help when I'm hurt. I never really got to use it because I'm pretty big and nobody really picks fights with me. They say I'm too cute. Maybe you can use it, and it's a healing vial, which I only have one of.
Okay. Lycus will grab it. Thanks, buddy. And he just kind of pats you on your shoulder.
Okay.
And takes on over to the sister, hands it over to her, and she drinks it down.
I'm just gonna remove that from my stuff.
Thank you very much. You see that Lycus, instead of taking the healing potion, just kind of breathes in real deep. His eyes glow gold and purple hues, and then steam comes off of his body as he shrinks down to his half-orc self, and his wound closes up. Not the whole way, but a good chunk of the way.
I'm dumb. I just realized I have 2 of it, but it's okay. Kirby can't totally have forgotten that he has 2 instead of 1.
That's totally
He's
fine.
bad at math.
What's maths? Is it edible?
So, the rest the party is, for the most part, trying to recover right now. But Lycus comes over to you guys. So, how many games have you guys won?
2?
2? Alright, well, you gotta be careful. The third one's always it's always a death fight.
Always?
Every time. There's always an attempted murder in the third in the third
Kind
game.
of made the game show a death fight, but that wasn't totally on purpose.
I mean, every one of these games can be a death fight. If you try hard enough, they can all be death fights. But the third one, yeah, no, they're definitely meant to kill you. But I think you guys, this will be your first death match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll be fine. You guys seem pretty tough. He says all this while just bleeding profusely from like 100 holes.
After a few moments of just looking him up and down, Evie's gonna stand up and just. Do you can I heal you?
Oh no, please. If you're gonna heal someone, heal one of my allies. I'll be fine in like an hour or
Do you
2.
have bandages I can help? I don't like leaving someone wounded.
He looks at himself. He's just like, this is everything that I own. You could ask one of them for bandages.
All right, I'll be right back, and I'll stand up and head over towards the others.
Yeah.
Will follow. Still as a fox. Because she's forgotten that she's a fox.
Lycus speaks to you for a moment and asks, "So, are you one of us?"
Yeah.
What did you say?
In fox or whatever, she says, "I don't know what you mean."
Oh, and he just becomes a dog? Are you one of us?
It's like, yeah, I could do that.
Nice.
Yeah, I can do that.
He stands back up, but his clothes didn't transform, they just fell off. So he's just buck-ass naked, slowly starting to put his clothes back together.
Lyra then turns back into Goliath form, realizing that she was still a fox that whole time. She's like, ah, my bag.
I was wondering why everything looks
Wait,
so
you get
big.
You get to keep your clothes when you do that?
Yes, they absorb in.
I
Also,
don't think-
my sword and my shield do the same. It's magic.
I don't think we're the same, actually. Every time. You're just pulling up pants.
Also, it'd be okay, she says as she casts Healing Word at him,
Oh.
without asking.
Thanks, but really, you guys don't have to waste your resources on me. Please.
She already casted it, so.
But Nemo, you're with the other three, and you see that the brother, he's clonked the fuck out. The sister is tending more or less to the cowboy, just kind of making sure that they are healed up. And when you show up, the cowboy looks at you, and she's like, "Oh, it's you, Missy. Welcome."
How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel like a right can of shit. You know, I once got kicked in the face by a horse. This feels definitely better than that.
I'll look down at the missing leg and then back up. I'll take your word for it.
At least I didn't get my trigger finger. And he just kind of finger guns towards the sky. You can tell that he looks kind of high.
Oh my god.
Like a little drunk.
When you get that much adrenaline and probable shock, it's gonna do it. I'll smile at him and then I'll turn to the one tending him and just. I was wondering if there was any way I could help heal or bandages.
Yeah. We have some supplies here. Unfortunately, my brother is all tapped out of. God, what do you people call it in this world? Magic. We're all of energy. But if you have any way to heal him, please. He's annoying as hell, but like he seems like actually a pretty okay guy.
Yeah, I should be able to help. And I'll turn back to him and just. Is it okay if I cast something on you to heal you?
He looks at you and like progressively like a little stupider each time that you see him. Like it looks like he's slowly fading into that like I'm in so much pain and shock that I just kind of want to pass out phase. And he just looks at you and says, "You can do whatever you want."
During that, Lyra just like comes up and does like the finger to check for a concussion.
Every time you do, he looks the opposite way.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
I don't know what that means, but that's not a good sign.
I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds on him just to try and give a little bit of help.
All right.
So
By the way, Lycus got 11 HP from my healing word.
Awesome. Thank you.
and that's a 10 from me for a cowboy here.
Perfect. Okay. So, for the most part, this is kind of where this ends in terms of what they're asking you for. But you guys are free to interact in any way you want, obviously. But they're not trying to wrestle like last night. They are looking to kind of sit and wait.
Evie would just kind of check over Cowboy, check over the others a little bit, and just if there's anything that we can do to help, or that I can do to help. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I'll just be over here until we're called again.
What she said. As the wrist points down.
The sister responds to you all. We really appreciate that, and don't forget we gave you our card. If you guys, I heard you heard you talking in your death match. If you need us, just if you can find the phone, give us a call.
I don't.
You just need to know the name of our team.
What?
I don't know if you guys are.
God damn it! They will offer you these things that you can speak into, and then if you call for our team, we'll come for you, and we'll help.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
I just love the card.
Like sending stones.
Yes, man, I cannot wait for you guys to get technology.
We have technology. We have artifices.
She looks at you with like these sad eyes of like, yeah.
I am not a good example of technology.
I'm not a good example of technology.
As Lyra points, wearing mostly leather and furs and whatnot.
We should have had a
Evie
wolf
lets out
version
a
here.
tiny choked giggle.
Can you imagine if one of our party was a warforged? We'd just be like, that's technology, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they very graciously accept your help, and also remind you that during your time of need, they'll definitely come to help. And Nemo, as you are checking around, the cowboy is coming in and out of consciousness, but from time to time, at one point he stops and looks at you and says, "Emily, I really appreciate you coming back." And then he just falls asleep.
I believe he had a concussion.
Evie will just kind of stand there for a moment, wide-eyed, reach out and kind of pat his arm, and then turn to head back towards where she'd been resting. Like, I'm gonna leave him be for now.
Good plan. The sister, she's realizing with what Lyra was saying that he probably has a concussion, so like he falls asleep for a moment and she's like, "Good. Wait," and just slaps him awake.
Oh,
She's like, "You can't fall asleep. Next 8 hours, you gotta stay awake. Don't fall asleep." And he's like, "Okay." So
I offered coffee to him, but that's a blood thinner.
well, most of his holes are closed up.
I got coffee.
I had a comment. I will refrain.
Well, that hole's always open.
Oh my god.
I just love most of his holes are closed. Okay, so I have coffee.
Yes. The
Did
man?
Alex's mouth ever come back?
No, not yet.
Would I think that lesser restoration would cause it? Would like make it do so?
Do an Arcana check.
Oh,
Hey, Tanner. Real
That's
quick, is
smart.
Lyra like distracted?
Lyra's never distracted.
Oh, good. Then you see like two very bright eyes staring at this coffee out of a face of fur. You know when dogs really want to try something
No.
of yours that
No.
you have in
Kirby.
your hand.
no.
Kirby, no. Dogs can't have coffee. It's toxic.
But the spicy juice smells nice.
Do you want to be sick?
No.
Okay, no coffee then.
Okay. Not even a little
Also, I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. You're very full of energy to begin with.
I'm young. I think.
Yes, you are.
So, Namia, what did you roll for your Arcana?
With my +0, I got a 20.
Oh!
I'm sitting here like I'm really not smart, and then I'm
That's working.
good job.
Well, you're in luck because you've actually seen this before. You are very familiar. You know that less restoration will heal this.
she'll these people have offered to help. They've shown that they're very capable, and I've been nice. So she walks over to Bo and is like, I might be able to help with that.
You see that he immediately jumps up, like, yeah. His sister's like, you don't have to. I think this is a definite improvement.
Well, if you're gonna come help us, I would rather you all be at your best. If it makes you feel better, it's in my best interest to do it.
Fine.
She reaches
Yeah,
out
the
and
brother
casts
is just like
restoration.
at your knees, just like, please, 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 please.
She just kind of like touches where his mouth should be and casts lesser restoration. Restoration.
His mouth starts to peel open, like as if there was putty closing it, and it just unsticks itself, and he jumps up off his knees, giddy with joy. I'm back!
Please don't make me regret that.
Oh, how could you regret it? I finally get to speak again. I can serenade you. I can write you ballads of thanks and love. Oh,
Can you teach me how to banter?
of course. The first thing you do is forget everything they say and say what you want to say no matter what it is. Second rule, tell them to go fuck themselves every time. Third rule, just wait until you see the insecurity and then fucking pinpoint that shit, girl.
I love Liz just instantly. I'm gonna write these rules down.
What?
He's just like jumping around, like he's like so excited to get his mouth back that he forgot he's actually super injured. So like as he's like bouncing around and just talking, having a good time, he like bends over and like his part of his gut kind of opens up and bleeds a little bit. It's like,
Oh, please sit down.
Yep. It's okay. Oh
No,
boy.
I'm going back to bed.
Good luck. Hopefully you guys get a long rest before your next mission.
I'm going back to bed. And she goes in a tent and like closes the flaps and goes the fuck to sleep.
Wait, they were tents?
I think there were tents last time, right? Oh, I thought there were.
They set up tents.
Oh.
So you can set up a tent if you want.
I feel like she would have set up a tent earlier.
Okay, that's fair.
If there were tents, she would have set one up in the time that everybody was talking.
I have a question. How big are these tents?
The biggest one is a 4-person tent.
So can everyone?
So that's a 1-person tent.
I don't think it's our kind of 4-person tent. Look how large most of us are.
Yeah, between Kirby and Leroy, you could probably fit. That's it. Probably fit those two.
I mean, Kirby
You
will
can fit at
be
least
sleeping
6 Nemos.
in the tent unless invited to. He's more than likely to sleep right by the door. Because it's Kirby. He wants to guard his friends and make sure that they're safe.
Beard is just sleeping on the ground outside because she's not used to having stuff over her head.
All right. So you guys are going back to bed. You guys got 2 hours of sleep before.
Yeah.
Roll. Someone grab a D. Oh, it's your first night, second night. Right? Grab a D6 and roll. D6 plus 1.
You don't want me to do it?
Yep.
You roll for the party.
I got a 6. Hopefully
Alright.
that's good.
It is. That's
And that's the amount of hours that we get.
100%.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Good job, baby.
with your previous 2 and that 6.
Oh, plus
get a full
1, so
night.
7.
Yes. So you get at least 9 hours of sleep if you want it.
I use all 9.
But when the 9 hours are up, a tunnel appears with your name, with your team name above it, which I wrote down, but I couldn't find the notebook which I wrote it down in.
Where's the
There was something
Latte
about
bones.
bones.
lattes?
The latte bones.
Yeah, the latte bones.
Yeah.
Because
You guys-
because the cube couldn't pronounce the last name.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, there's a tunnel with the latte bones team name above it,
Oh,
and
sorry for Kirby. Does it mean it's just coffee and a bone?
yes,
Yes, it's like a little stuffy up it.
Oh no. I gotta draw that.
Well, since we are at the latte bones, does anyone want a latte?
Yes.
Pull out a
Kirby-
canister of
Kirby.
coffee again.
Kirby perks up.
No. No. Kirby.
No. No.
Dogs don't drink coffee.
It's not gonna stop him from
Please.
looking hopeful every time you offer though.
I will absolutely accept coffee.
Instead of coffee, I'll give you a scratch behind the ear. How about that?
Aww.
Okay. But like as you squish him,
Scratch,
his like
scratch.
back leg just goes just like thumps.
But yeah, Lyra will hand around her decanter of endless coffee. So if anyone wants coffee, go for it.
Should have
Just,
had
like,
an endless
chug
decanter
it.
of puppuccinos.
Oh, I
Just
wish that.
a bunch of whipped cream.
Yeah,
Yes.
whipped cream.
Actually, it's called a bottle boundless coffee. My bad.
Oh.
That's the name of it.
Kicking things.
Same thing.
Same.
But yes, once everyone gets coffee. So
All right.
do we head to a gate? To the latte bones?
I don't think we have much choice. Let me take a long rest on my character sheet right quick. Yeah.
The 6 hours
See?
equate to a long rest, real quick.
We got 9.
You got
Yeah.
2 beforehand.
Okay.
My plan was to break it up and see how many hours you got afterwards, and hope that it wasn't the long rest. But God forbid.
This dice set is doing great.
Mm?
And I was like, I'll give you a +1. It's the first time that this happens.
I figure it's going to be a -1.
It should have been.
It's gonna be a minus
Tanner, stop giving the DM ideas.
Next time it'll just be a D4.
Oh no.
And a D2. I got a D2 right here.
Beautiful. So, anyways, you guys are heading out down this this tunnel, and it changes from the rugged stone of the cavern, and it becomes a little more refined, a little more cold, as it remains stone, but it becomes more structured. You see bricks lining the walls and the floor. Everything is gray and barren. As you eventually come out the other end, and Namiya, the entire time that this is happening, you noticed, the life force kind of flowing through,
Yeah.
creating the change.
That really creepy thing that always happens.
Yeah, that thing.
I am gonna try to establish the telepathic link again between the four of us.
Okay, let's do it.
Nugget, don't you do it. It's a D8, right? That I roll to find out. Nugget. My cat just really wants to be involved. One or more creatures up to a number equal to my proficiency bonus. Yes, that's enough for all of us. I just roll a d6 to see how long, right? That's how it works. I
If
can't
you're
find the
asking
thing.
rules,
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but I
I don't
can't
know how to
find
play this
it.
game.
Hold on, let me look.
I don't even know what you're doing.
For a number of hours equal to the number rolled. Okay, here we go. Oh man, we only have it for an hour.
Oh.
My dice betrayed me. Yeah, that was a 1, not a 7.
You guys realize I know so few of the rules that you just said, yeah, this is how this works, I would believe you.
Do I need to make the wisdom saving throw to
Yes.
see if it's tapped?
100%.
Come on. It's not terrible. 17. It's not great. It's not terrible.
You sense the interference for a moment. You sense that they're trying to enter your little group chat. But it did fail. So, you guys come out of the other side, and you find yourselves in... Well, from your perspective, you can't really see much. It just looks like a winding corridor with a lot of right angles. As you look up, the walls extend maybe 10 meters up straight, with lights scattered throughout above, giving light to the area beneath you. And then you see the cube appear above everything. And as he introduces the next competition. Welcome, viewers, to the Labyrinth! Our grand contestants have to survive 1 hour in the Labyrinth. And if they do, well, congratulations, they get to go back home. They get to go back to the camp. But if they meet an unfortunate end, well, I guess that's just a bad day for them. Let's look in, see how ready they are. And the cube shrinks on down and comes in to your guys' area. It's like, welcome to contestants. So, anyone who's not familiar with the rules of the labyrinth, they are quite simple. You just have to keep moving, avoid the monsters, and try not to die. If you find any creates this image of it looks like a black small brick with buttons on it. If you find this phone, you can use it to call for assistance. There are 3 throughout the labyrinth. And if you've acquired any other teams who are willing to help, go ahead and make a call. But it will cost you. It'll cost you at least 2 ratings. You'll probably get them back at the end if you survive, though. We'll see, gotta decide if it's worth it. Well, this will be exciting. Also, you should be real careful. There are traps everywhere. Oh. All right. Now, this is brought to you by our most illustrious sponsor, Verizon Mobile.
Can I just, like, when you said brick with buttons on it, my brain just went, is it like an old Nokia phone? Like, is that like...
Pretty much. This whole game is just an advertisement for the phone.
Okay.
And Verizon.
The whole labyrinth is in the shape of a phone.
The whole labyrinth is in the shape of the Verizon
Logo.
logo.
Like even the words are like carved out.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh.
From above, it looks weird. Now, I suggest you all get going. The longer you stay in one place, the faster they'll find you. So, why don't we roll initiative, and then you guys tell me what you're gonna do in each one at a time.
I roll initiative.
I saw the person in the chat. I read it as "I'm just pooping" instead of popping. I'm pooping in to say hi.
Are you pooping?
Are you pooping?
I hope so. I hope everyone having a rough
Healthy
time.
poops for everyone.
I hope you pooped today.
I have 0 initiative but advantage, so I get a roll again.
You got +5 initiative and
Wow. I don't have advantage, do I?
All right. Anyone get over a 20? No? All right. 15 to 20.
you got 18.
18.
Okay,
Every initiative roll I get just sucks.
All right. 10 to 15?
I got a 10.
10.
10, 10, and
It's
Nemo, what'd you say?
11.
11. All right. So I'm assuming the rogue has a higher initiative,
Probably. I have a +5.
All right.
That is the same die that rolled me a natural 20 earlier. It just rolled me a 5. So they're balanced.
Mine aren't.
Oh dear.
That doesn't necessarily mean bad for us. It could be good.
I don't know.
Only
The
once.
pause made me nervous.
I don't know.
If it makes you feel better, it's just the D6 that's horribly bad. It has a shell and all of this glitter powder on the one side. So it just... wonderful. Anyways. Leroy, you're up first. What do you want to do?
So the only rules were we had to keep moving,
Keep moving, because they'll
And-
find you. And survive
and that was
for an
it,
hour.
right?
Mhm.
And survive. Okay. Lyra is going to wild shape into a flying creature.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of flying creature yet because I did not check what she's able to turn into. But
some
yes,
sort of
that is what I
flying.
do. And then I'll... Wait a second. Yeah, so I'm going to transform into a flying creature, into a giant eagle.
Nice.
And I'm just going to call at Evie, because they're the only one who could fit on my back.
I'm small too. I'm just kidding.
I want to see.
Technically, any of you could, because a giant eagle's a large creature, but...
You can also communicate with us telepathically.
Is Kirby?
Oh.
And Nemea
But-
would have like
So yeah,
told y'all
Lyra's
that
cawing, but
and told y'all that it's
but
safe.
in Eagle, she's saying, "Hey, someone get on my back.
What
Preferably not
size-
Kirby."
What? I was about to say, what size would Kirby be? Medium?
Kirby's a medium, but pretty big.
Yeah,
He's a hefty medium.
he's a half. Like, that's
But
muscle.
I'm saying Evie because Lyra's not strong.
Okay.
Nemea would look at Evie and be like, "You go. I'll stay with Kirby and make sure he doesn't fall into anything."
I'm scared of heights.
Then it's okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to hold on.
Are you getting on my back?
Are you gonna get on my
Yes,
back?
I was rolling to see how she would
Okay.
react. Okay.
Then flap right above the labyrinth, so we have a nice little bird's eye view.
Nice. You can see the logo of the.
You can see the Verizon table.
Oh man, I really want to buy a Nokia now.
we should get a sponsorship for this shit.
Yes.
I can work in any brand.
But yeah, that's Lyra's turn.
All right. So immediately you go above the edge of the wall.
Yeah, because they didn't say we couldn't.
Yeah, no, it's totally valid. You're gonna see some shit. So-
I don't like
Oh.
that.
Do I need to make a perception check?
Well, sure, make a perception check, but what you get before you even check
Okay.
is above the lip of the maze. You see it goes on for an incredible distance, miles, and you notice there are things moving throughout the maze. You notice a pretty far distance away, there is a rather large creature that is, even from this distance, it is maybe a kilometer away at this point. And from this distance, you can see that it is giant, and it has the body shape of an arachnid, but each limb is instead the body of a woman, and their arms they're using as legs, and the head is that of a sort of mutated spider, where it has the shape of it, but the mouth is more like a shark.
Please steer us away from that. Please, I am begging you.
By the way, I rolled a 25 on the perception.
Perfect. With that, I'll tell you a few other monsters that you might see. Nemo, did you roll anything for your perception or anything like that?
I can.
Well, go ahead. Do you want to roll perception,
Perceive.
investigation, anything else? You can also roll Arcana to see more if you can figure anything out. I don't know.
What is it with 12s with these dice? Hi. 11s and 12s, so I got a 12 for
All right.
perception.
Perception. Okay.
Did you add your bonus?
I clicked for it to roll perception. I've got a +8. I rolled a 4.
Oh gosh.
So yeah.
So, Leroy, you see in the distance a few other monsters. You see a large snake that seems to be traversing multiple walls. So it looks rather long, rather large. You see another large creature looming. It is more humanoid shaped. It looks to be some sort of ogre or oni or something whose head just barely reaches the very edge of this thing. And from the top, you see some horn protruding. The only other things you see is that some of the walls are a little beat up. Some of the edges look a little destroyed. A little bit of rubble is starting to fall in places. Nemo, with your 12, while Leroy is focused on everything around them, on the maze and what's going on here, you notice nearby that there is movement nearby. It is maybe within the next 15 meters or so.
Oh gosh.
And you also notice that you are noticed. Anyways, Nemo's turn. Oh, unless Lyra, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that was all I was going to do.
Okay, you transform, you move, cool. Nemo. Sorry.
So I'm going to, if I'm getting this correctly, I should be able to interact action to pull out my crossbow and have it prepped. But I also want to cast guidance on, let me see. Yeah, just in case, I want to cast guidance on Lyra.
Okay.
So do that and pull out my crossbow just to have it the ready. And then we have the link between everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
they're also communicate the monsters.
Oh, don't like
Kind
that.
of-
Nemea said exactly what I did and said, please direct us away from all of those. Because my thought is, if Lyra can fly over top and telepathically communicate which way to go, Nemea can lead Kirby through and avoid the traps. Efficient record
He's
time.
just giving you a mini map in your head.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Amazing!
Is
It
that
just looks like one of those little video game ones, and this.
They don't have to know.
Oh,
The rules were keep moving and don't die.
Yeah.
that's how Lyra's describing stuff, but
So, Nemo, you pulled out your crossbow, you prepared an action in case you see anything. Anything else?
So just pulling out the crossbow and then guidance on Lyra, and that was it.
Okay. Nemea.
She will somewhat hesitantly hold out her hand for Kirby's hand.
Instantly just puts his paw in it.
Okay.
Kirby shake.
Yeah. I am
So
well
cute.
trained.
Nemea is unfazed.
You hear an audience, aww.
She just looks up and she goes, let's do this. And she will walk forward in the direction that was mini-mapped into her head. And I would just like you to know that she is always looking for traps.
Okay. In that case, roll. If you guys are doing this stealthy, obviously some stealth checks. But
Okay.
if you're looking for traps, investigation
You
specifically.
want Kirby
I will
to
be-
do some stealth checks. Okay.
Oh, no.
If you're trying,
I
to
will
stealth,
be
you-
stealthy and you said investigation or perception?
Yes. Investigation.
Roll for funsies.
Because you're looking for the bits and the pieces. You're looking for the
Yeah.
piece of string and all that stuff.
All right, my stealth was. Oh wait, I have advantage on stealth. A nat 20 plus 13, so 33 stealth for Nemea.
Oh my
Investigation was an 18.
I think
Alright.
Kirby might have lost you.
Why do you think I gave? But why do you think I held out my hand?
So your investigation was what?
18.
Okay. And Kirby, what did you get for your stealth?
A big whopping 6.
Roll one more time because you have advantage with Nemea kind of guiding you.
All right.
I'll be
Thank
like-
you, Nemea. Let's try that one more time. Slightly better. At 11.
All right.
I mean, that's an
So-
average of 21. I think 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hi.
22 would be the average.
22 is the average. We're like the
The
two
average is
outliers.
21.5.
If you
Kirby thinking out
subtract
loud.
your score from my score, you get the average of our two scores.
You add them together and divide by 2. So it's 21.5. So
Oh.
you definitely succeed in this stealth.
Yay.
Does it just have like an image of every single time like Kirby's
Sir.
tail is about to whack something? Nemea's like, huh?
I just made my cat jump.
Oh no.
I went. It's okay, baby. I love you. Your NPC was epic. You did great.
And yeah, you notice with your 18 that there are almost immediately a few pressure plates. And as you're walking through, being stealthy, you're noticing that around a couple of corners there were ambushes with monsters who seemed to know that you were nearby, waiting to see you to jump out at you. But you managed to swerve and avoid them, guiding Kirby along the way. You guys know that the monsters are kind of everywhere. They are at all times slowly approaching, but you have managed to avoid them so far. Kirby, what would you like to do?
He's definitely playing follow the leader with Nemea, and
Okay.
judging by how she's been like acting, like body language, he understands that. We're looking out for stuff that might attack us. Okay, he's gonna like have his like nose up and his eyes peeled and his ears are perked, and he's trying to see if there's anything that they should be avoiding, or maybe he should chomp first before it gets at Nemea.
Mm-hmm. Roll a perception for me then.
Roll perception. 16 plus 6, 22.
Perfect. So with your fabulous dog hearing and your even more impressive smell, you are able to, help Nemea avoid not just the traps that she was noticing, but some of the directions that the monsters are coming from. You're getting farther and farther into this maze at a pretty steady pace. But as you're doing this, you're also noticing one particular scent. And it smells like time. It smells old. Extremely old.
I thought you were talking about the herb for some. I was okay.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. It does also smell like time. Time smells like time.
I'm just gonna be like, I think something really dusty is here somewhere.
You can tell that this particular scent, you noticed it very early on and has been slowly following.
And it
Not
knows where we
never
are.
never able to quite catch up with you, but seems to be able to track you at the very least. But yeah, that's the end of your turn.
Jesse, watch my back while I watch the front.
You see Jessie spring to life and put on her face mask with the mouth. You got it, buddy.
Thank you, Jesse.
And then they turn around and just arms come out from behind you with a bone club, ready to hit anything that comes up behind you guys. But that's the end of the first. That's the end of this first round. You guys have to survive an hour in here. Because of that, each round is not 6 seconds. It's going to be roughly 10 minutes or so.
But I wanted to play through 600 rounds.
We're also probably not going to play through.
Straight up, no longer
every
need
round.
to stream anything else on my Twitch. Like, this is it. The lab.
This is the rest of the game.
We're going to rename my stream The Labyrinth. That's it. That's the whole thing.
600 rounds, step by step, what we're doing.
Oh my god.
So you guys are now a bit further in, and we're going back to the top of the round. First things first, you guys notice, like I mentioned to Kirby, that one particular creature seems to be continually approaching, but there are a few that have been making their way. You've heard conflicts. You've heard creatures fighting in the distance. And if someone could roll me a d20.
Okay.
I think Liz is already going for it, so go for it, Liz.
I just had dice ready.
For it.
Like there were 20s in thingamajig. It's an 11.
Nice.
Okay. That's good. Not bad. Cool. Nothing happens. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
No worries.
Us.
But no. Thank you. It's back to Lyra's turn. Okay. You're gonna be flying around them.
Yeah, Lyra's just going to be flying around. The only thing is, she will do like the telepathic thing and be like, obviously she's doing like all so loud, Carl. So, she's like obviously like relaying directions and stuff, and then she'll just like casually say, "What if we're too boring? Will they kill us then?" Like just in like the thing, and that's all she like really does.
Unlocked fear.
Yeah.
Lyra does not have tact. She has a negative in charisma, so
Oh my gosh.
she doesn't know to hold her tongue for things like that.
No.
It's a valid point.
See, this is why we needed Nemo's camera to work so we could see the panic.
Yeah. The eyes just go. Mm.
But yes, that's all Lyra does. She just asks, "What if we're too boring? Will they kill us?"
That's a good question. So as you're flying around, are you being stealthy at all?
As stealthy as a bird flying above a labyrinth could be.
That's fair.
Healthy verb.
Yeah.
You want me
In
to
that-
roll stealth?
Sure. Yes, actually.
Yeah,
See
let
if,
me see what the eagle stats are, because they're different than mine.
You do have the guidance.
I do get the guidance, okay. So that's a 7,
Okay.
because I rolled in that 1.
Oh no.
And then I have a
Oh,
+3
no.
dex, and then I got a +3 on the guidance.
All right.
So
Let
I'm
me
just
just-
cawing my heart out.
I love Lyra so much.
3.
So. Cool.
Sorry, just the intro. Scream. I'm stealthy, right? Scream. I'm doing such a good job at being stealthy. Scream. Wee.
You
She might have
see-
also like forgot to flap at a point, and then just like ah. So like the loud flapping sounds.
Oh no.
You see that you draw the attention of a number of beasts. They see and or hear you, and they are converging on where they, are able to see. They don't particularly know that the others are below you, but they see you. And one in particular, you see from a fair distance. It looks like they were maybe going the other direction. They look like a handsome young man with golden wings.
That sounds
As-
dangerous.
Seems to have taken flight as well and spotted you.
Is his
They don't seem to be going particularly fast, but they are just standing completely upright, arms back behind them, just flapping their wings, moving slowly towards your group.
do they have a weird
Towards you.
These
fascination
golden wings.
with the
What
sun?
color hair did they have?
What color?
They have white hair with golden inlets. It looks
Opposite aesthetic.
Oh my god.
That's the whole reason I asked.
Oh
Fair
my
enough.
God. Is his
Lyra's
name
black with
Icarus
gold.
by any chance?
you'll find out later, I guess.
Okay.
3.
So, it's Nemo's turn.
Am I able to see said flying, dangerous golden winged man coming towards us?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay. So hearing Lyra's screes and the squeaks of panic anytime Lyra forgets to fly and just panic flaps back into position.
She's used to floating in her starry form, not flying as an animal, so
Oh my
That's-
gosh.
Valid. Yeah. No. So at any time you start to like you probably wouldn't notice too much as you start, going down until you start flapping, and then she'd get scared by it. So you just hear the occasional eep anytime you go to flap back up.
It's like I love the idea of Evie just like leaving their seat a little bit every so or like catching.
Terrifying.
But seeing
That's what that sounds like.
seeing the man come towards us, Evie's just going to give a little like a very light pat to like Lyra's back, just to and kind of let her know that Evie's repositioning, and just going to take aim and ready an attack in case the guy does anything suspicious or looks like he's going to attack us. And I'm going to hold my action.
Cool. In that case, Nemea, it's your turn.
Can we see all of this?
You can see Lyra above having this sort of difficulty. From your angle, because the walls are actually pretty high, you won't be able to see the golden winged
How high are the
man.
walls?
Meters. They are very high. I said a number at the beginning.
I think he said 10 or 20 feet originally.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
pretty high.
Yes. It is
Pretty
meant to be
That's pretty high.
unpleasant to climb, and otherwise not.
Have I noticed the thing following us? And I think Kirby said something about something following us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something old and dusty that's following us.
With his description of it, you can try to do a perception of your own to see if you can notice where they're coming from or trying to understand something about them.
I would like to do that.
Something that smells like thyme and the herb. I don't know how to explain my nose. It's just what it is like.
Perception check, that's 22.
Okay. There is actually a moment as you're passing through where you know that you and this thing are on opposite sides of the same wall.
Oh.
And it's following along from its side. Luckily, your hall turns right and theirs turns left. And you separate. But in that time that you were together, you're able to hear their footsteps. They are light and airy, but every single step still has a percussion to it. Like it's a sound that permeates, sort of like when you hit like a wooden xylophone, where it's a soft sound, but it pierces through. And you feel, when you're that close to them, this sense of... You ever dissociate and it feels like a few minutes are an hour?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It feels a little bit like that. So,
What's the thing that I can do?
what is something you can do?
It only lasts a minute.
I'm just gonna panic, eat some
Like-
cookies, it's fine.
Nah, I'm not gonna use it. She's just gonna like the whole time she's kind of had an action readied with like a psychic blade in each hand. Well, I guess one is holding Kirby's hand. Darn it, going for the audience heartstrings is gonna cost me. Her other hand has a dagger in it. She's still holding Kirby's hand.
You can have a dagger in your mouth.
Yeah, she like pulls a dagger out of thin air and like puts it between her teeth and then pulls another one out.
Or make a bisexual audience.
Perfect.
And yeah, she doesn't know all the other things are there. So yeah. I thought about trying to use my detect thoughts on this thing, but A, I can't see it, and B, it only lasts a minute and I might need it later. But my telepathy is free, and it doesn't say I have to see it.
You want to try and talk?
I'm gonna reach out with my telepathy. Sir, and just
Fire
kind
type.
of
Turns into fire and a cat face shows up.
what's she gonna say?
Probably
Something very sassy.
Yeah.
Something very sassy.
Insert
But it's after
sassy
midnight.
quote here.
And my brain isn't sassy right now. She'll probably just be like, shit.
This is why I play stupid characters, because I'm not smart.
Come on, something with prey in there, like brain. Come on, brain, be so smart. Think of things. Oh, I'm so sorry. She'll just be like, shit.
There's freeze in
Careful.
your mind.
She'll be like, careful, this prey bites back.
That's pretty sassy. That's a sassy
can't.
comment.
Do you get are you able to like get a response from these things?
I think so.
Okay.
I can speak telepathically to any creature as long as we share a language.
All right.
It doesn't even have like an intelligence requirement, just language. So I guess that's kind of an intelligence requirement because they have to have a language.
Doesn't have a language, Christian.
You said that you speak Celestial, right?
Yeah.
In Celestial, you hear back, I hope you have a lot of time left. And the wall that you were kind of adjoining each other with, you see it start to crumble. It starts to
Like age.
start to dust, yes. It starts to fall.
Bro, we've been
It doesn't look like
chased-
it's happening right away, but it's clearly just falling apart.
We're being chased by the
She
Reaper
gonna
Wave.
tongue Kirby a little faster.
Which is funny
like they
because
said,
Kirby has been trying to keep in pace with you, so he's been like,
Mhm.
so when you walk faster, he kind of like trips over his own feet. He's just like, oh, new pace, okay.
I'm not gonna say she has foregone stealth, but she's now a little more concerned about going a little faster because she's like, shit.
You're the one who decided.
And
to
then
be
she remembers. And then she remembers what Alex told her, and she just looks at the wall and says, "Go fuck yourself," and keeps running with Kirby.
Rules of banter.
you hear the car go, ooh.
Kirby's eyes go
Okay.
real big.
So
Thank you.
Bad word.
I will
Strutting
be
along.
accepting my Oscar nomination.
Mhm.
in the morning.
you're starting along, made some sassy comment. You
Yeah.
can either check for traps or try to do stealth, one or the other.
See, I feel like we already know something's chasing us, and we hear things moving up top. She's gonna check for traps because that seems a little more pressing.
Sounds good.
It's investigation.
Yeah.
You can do it. I get a +0 to investigation. My perception is a +12. My investigation is a +0. So here we go.
Sorry.
It's not terrible. It is a little
Okay.
terrible. It's a 5.
Yeah.
A little bad.
It's better than
It's
that
not a
one.
1.
So, what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby, because you're being pulled along, I'm gonna give you a quick chance to do a reaction. With your sniffer, you can do a perception check to see if you notice something.
I perception. Whee! I perception the 14.
Okay. With that, I'll give you Neme, I'll give you advantage on a dexterity save.
Oh, good.
What do we need a dex save for? What's happening?
29.
Tackle.
29. So
29.
So as you're kind of rushing through this area, trying to avoid traps as you can, and knowing that something's after you, and even though you rolled very well in your previous stealth, it somehow was able to know where you were. You're making your way through, and you're hurt, and you don't really notice that the path forward that you picked, it looked clear. It really did. It looked perfect.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it did with a 5.
Kirby noticed that it didn't smell right. It smelled like an open wind, which doesn't make sense. And as they are questioning this, they kind of slow you down a little bit as they're like stumbling and fumbling, thinking to themselves, "Where's this coming from?"
There's a new wind here somewhere, like a hole or a tunnel or a air vent or a.
Do we know what air vents are?
Don't know, but it is a thing that has wind coming through it.
And as he's ruminating on this, you step forward and you feel a lack of presence underneath your foot. And as you move slightly forward, you look down, and the hall you're about to walk into wasn't the hall. It was an illusion. As right in front of you is a pretty fucking massively deep hole
Question.
that falls. Yes,
Am I still holding her hand?
you are.
Okay.
That's what gave me advantage.
Yes.
You pulled me back.
Good.
Yes, your dexterity save was good enough to, as your half step out into the open air, Kirby kind of stopped to think, and then you just didn't have the physical power to pass. As you
I am
stopped.
not strong.
Stop. I love that. But you know what it is she steps out over this thing and he's still holding her hand and she's just now dangling over this.
You grab onto him like a child climbing on their big dad.
Yeah. She's like, pull me back, pull me back, pull me back.
Oh, that explains the wind. Bring it back.
Actually, she's still got a dagger between her teeth, so she's like telepathically, pull me back, pull me back, pull me back.
Oh no. These two are like a comedy duo.
So,
I love them so much. He's so wholesome and she's so not.
so
Okay,
it's Kirby's turn.
Yee.
You currently don't have any enemies on you right now. You know there's one is coming, but there are plenty around. You avoided one trap. What is it that Kirby is trying to do for his round?
Okay, so right now there is in the tunnel that we were gonna the corridor that we were gonna go down is just one giant hole. Yes?
Just a big old hole.
Big old hole.
Indeed
Great.
you do.
Are there any other places that we can go? Aside from
Yes,
back?
there. This path springs out in 3 directions. The path you had picked was.
Okay, I'm gonna sniff out for a path that doesn't smell like it has enemies and doesn't smell like it has things like giant holes in them. like traps and things, and just be like, okay, down we go this way.
Okay. So roll perception then if you're sniffing out some stuff.
Sniff.
Sniff, sniff.
I sniff bad. I sniff so bad. Can I roll again? That was terrible.
It depends. Do you have advantage? I don't think so.
I don't have advantage for perception, so
Shucks.
I will just say that he was so panicked over the sudden hole that showed up out of nowhere that he just yeets down whatever without actually.
And the little girl dangling from his arm.
Nat 1.
What did you roll though?
Nat 1.
Alrighty.
Plus 6. That's a 7, but still a nat 1.
Still nat 1. Yeah. You go left. So. Someone roll for me a d20.
I hate that.
I'll do it instead. It's,
Go for it.
15.
Perfect. You, as your bird itself with your eagle eye, spot two things really. You spot a little flame that's wisping out between the cracks of the maze, leading towards, slightly down the way, towards one of the phones, one of the 3 phones that can be.
What are 2 points?
So, there's that. And some things enter the fray.
Oh boy.
Some things into the fray. Oh no.
Yes.
Has it been an hour yet?
Oh boy.
Definitely not. So, we're up to the top of the round. And you are all able to notice that there is a lot more action happening. There's a lot more noise happening. You know that things are getting closer and closer in every direction. And you even see Lyra from the sky and Nemo as well. Some of the monsters are combating each other. You see the woman spider hybrid thing. Unfortunately, not in the way you'd wish it was. Somehow in a worse way than you could have imagined. And sideways. So, you see this thing starting to pick the bodies of the women along the sides that are acting as legs. One of them reaches down and you see him pull up masses of meat as they are ripping and tearing at things that are walking through. You see...
It's still like really, really far away, right?
Yes, but you're getting significantly closer with
Okay.
every few minutes.
Oh, yay.
But you have noticed that it hasn't moved much. It looks like it has a certain area to it that it's maintained. You notice a couple of the monsters are also engaging in one another's combat. But mostly you just notice the golden winged man getting ever closer. So, Lyra, what are you doing? I fuck up everything.
How far away is the golden winged man?
I'm gonna say currently maybe 200 feet.
Oh.
They were steadily approaching.
I'm just gonna like angle myself so I'm like trying to move away from them, but like still have them in my sight. Just kind of like sideways. And trying to think. There's not much I can do as an eagle unless I actually go attack something.
That's fair.
I'll just make sure I relay all the information, like about the fire and about the woman spider, to Nemea and Kirby down below.
Lovely.
And if the golden winged man comes at me, I just want to hold my action to scratch a claw at him.
Okay. Well, good to know. So you see him. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
You see him manifest. He holds out his arm, and light starts to glow and grow from his palm as it becomes a long hammer. And moments later, you hear a boom, a massive concussive sound as he has taken off, finally flapping his wings with purpose, and he's rapidly breaking through the actual sound barrier to get to you. So he manages to get up to you in his turn, and he is currently within scratching distance. So go ahead and do your attack.
Okay. That is a 23 to hit.
Okay, smack him.
I think.
I'm good.
Okay. 8 points of slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage. Cool,
That's
cool,
it.
cool.
Evie, I hope you're holding on.
So with that, you do this damage, claw him up a bit, and you see that as his turn ends, those claw marks, some of them just start to sizzle away and heal up. But Nemo, you also had a action that you were saving up in case he got too close. So go ahead and make that.
Yes, please. I would like to attack.
Pull the trigger.
My
Oh, no.
dog's favorite number. It's 12 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, you shoot. You use a crossbow.
Yeah, it's a crossbow. Like,
Yeah, you shoot your crossbow at him, and it stabs into him, but barely. Like the tip of it just kind of into his chest, and he looks down and just kind of flicks it away.
Cool.
but it did hit.
No, it didn't pierce his armor. It just
Yeah, that's
hit his
important.
body.
Come in. King.
I had a little bit of hope. I had to see.
Also, it didn't hit his armor. It hit his exposed chest, which is armor hard.
Oh my god.
Well,
This man got
also-
picks as hard as armor.
He sure do. So, but it is your turn now, Nemo. What is it that you would like to do? You are damn close to this person.
Yeah. Let's see.
They used up their whole, turn to get up to you. They were pretty far away.
Well, trying to decide. You know what? Since he came up close and the shot didn't really work, I'm going to throw out a hand and cast Sacred Flame, which means he needs to make a Dex saving throw.
Alrighty. Oh boy.
He has to make an 18.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He definitely makes an 18.
oh man.
That's a total of 26.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Really close. Just
Just-
Just 8 off.
slight.
Yeah.
it's in the
I've seen
right
worse.
direction.
Oh, I can't do this. I'm going to be able to hopefully free up Lyra for whatever she needs to do. I'm going to activate Steps of Night as a bonus action, which gives me a flying speed equal to my walking speed for 1 minute. So
Oh, that's
it
so
would give me-
cool.
it would hopefully give me a moment to let her do anything she needs to do.
Right.
I know these are long rounds, but
Yes. With things like that, I'm going to say that you will essentially get to resolve what you're doing with it at the beginning of the next round. You won't just like, next round, you're falling down. I'll let you resolve your ability, because otherwise that's real shitty, We're adjusting the rules as we go.
that works. Then I'll go ahead and expend a use of that. So that way I can kind of step off of her, and now Evie's kind of running around on little starry constellation glowy steps of
Beautiful.
little light as she kind of bounces around.
That's
So,
so
yeah.
cute.
That is really pretty.
All right. So now it's Nemea's turn. You now can see the Golden Winged Man, as they have and gotten close enough that you can see them. As long as you can see Lyra, you can see them.
And we could see Lyra.
Yeah, from what I understand, they're kind of just flying above.
How far away is he, though?
20 feet plus another maybe like 15, depending on how high up Lyra went.
That's fine. I can hit that. I think it's a dagger.
Half-naked gold man.
Oh, she's very tempted, but unfortunately he's not like
flirting with
right
the
next to
angel?
her. Yeah. But first she has to throw daggers at him to get his attention. So she's gonna throw one each as a action and bonus action.
Seems fair.
And because it's a ranged attack and he's in melee with my friends, I think.
Yeah.
From what I understand, I get sneak attack if I hit him on whichever one.
Nice.
Ooh. Okay, well one of them is a 18.
Ooh, nice. That'll hit.
Okay. I didn't decide which of these was the first one, so I'm gonna say that that's the first one, and the other, because the other one was a nat 20. It just took me a second to figure that out because it's a symbol on the 20, and I was like, what number is that? I was like, oh, that's the 20.
Cool.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
So the first one does hit?
Yep.
Okay. So it's a d6 plus 5 plus 5d6. Come here, babies. And then the 20 is roll the die and double that bitch.
Do it.
I'm gonna get these out of the way.
I'm assuming that's the thing that I said at some point. It sounds.
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
Yes, it is.
You
It
said.
is very much a thing you said.
I'm so upset. The die that I rolled to match the nat 20 die rolled a 1. So he got 2 plus 5. So 7 damage on my crit. However, the first one, what should hopefully get his attention. And she's definitely, if he looks at her, going to be like, just beckon with the finger.
You gave him
10.
the finger.
No, I gave him the beckon.
I know, I'm being a butt.
I know. 10, 20, 23, 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage.
Plus
Oh.
7, so 35 points of damage.
Cool. You throw this dagger and you do make some damage. You cut a hole in his side. It doesn't seem like he cares. He looks down. There's a hole missing. Well, and just keeps on flapping along. I mean, you definitely did.
Does he seem hollow? Like, is there
No.
nothing coming out of that? He just doesn't
There is.
care?
a immense amount of light coming out from the wound. But they seem not unperturbed by the pretty substantial damage you dealt out.
Nemo, you
Now,
like
is that the end of your turn?
I kind of want to stay by Kirby, so yeah.
Okay.
Aw.
You hear from
Out of traps, even though I tried to take you right into one.
up top the angel say, "Oh, come now, wait your turn."
I'm impatient.
Good to know. So, next up is not Kirby. I'm sorry, my friend.
Oh no.
It's not.
No. So, from behind you, you see the wall fall. And there is a beautiful young woman who, with every step, they change. From a young woman to a mature adult to a weathered old woman. And back and forth with every step they take.
We're going to be fighting the muses.
And behind them is a small gathering of beasts. All sorts of chimeric monsters. You even see something reminiscent
I
of...
called him so sorry.
You even see something reminiscent of what the A-team mentioned. A crab with lion jaws instead of pincers. Roughly the size of a really fat baby.
Oh,
This doesn't appear to be the one that attacked them, but it is a similar creature.
do not like that. Oof.
If anyone just chimed in for that one scene,
Real
probably like,
fat.
what the fuck
Crab
is this
with
shit?
lion maws for claws who's the
Yeah.
size of a fat baby.
Yeah, all of that.
In my
I did
defense,
like-
it's almost 1 a.m. for me. So
Fair. That's fair.
If you do need to like pause mid battle, that's fine. Like if you do need to like, okay, well, end game now and pick it up. That's that's totally okay because we have been running for about 2 hours.
yeah, we'll make it a little bit longer, but we're not. Probably not going to last for super long. All right, but it's their turn, and they're gonna do a little something. Would you two be kind enough to roll for me a Constitution?
Against the fat baby crab lion?
No. Against the beautiful slash, old lady.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful
My
young lady
mouth
slash
off
old lady.
too.
Constitution.
That's not bad. That is actually not bad. That's a 21.
All right.
I mean, it's not terrible. I joke. That's a 9.
Kirby, how old are you?
What's age? He doesn't know.
Are you a boy, a man, or beyond?
He's a boy.
Kirby's a boy.
Pretty sure I'm a boy.
Are you a young lad?
I want to say Kirby's like
Kirby's asexual, if that helps. Kirby is.
That's definitely not.
four-ish.
Kirby is young.
Kirby
Yes,
is
yes.
young.
Still puppy, so maybe he's like 2.
He's probably around
He's like
2 or
puppy.
3.
2 or 3.
Mentally,
You-
anyway.
You grow. You
I-
grow a few inches. You grow a few more muscles that you didn't have.
Oh no.
It doesn't seem to really change you fundamentally. Your stats, it seems like as though you're still you. But your hair grows a little bit longer. Seems like you haven't shaved in quite some time. You even started getting a couple grays.
I go from Simba
for
to
whatever.
Mufasa.
Exactly.
It's like I have this like image, like I don't know if you ever like wipe the cat with a towel after showering, and they just go afterwards, and that's like
But yeah, you have aged 5 years, I think.
I'm
Yes.
7? I'm middle-aged.
Whatever that means as in dog, yes.
Basically
So
middle-aged.
you're middle aged. Yeah.
Yep. You're a middle-aged man.
I'm feeling my bones.
Instead of Kirby, you now go like Kerberos.
Instead of Kirby, I'm now Kerberos.
Nemia's eyes
Mentally,
just
does it make
get
any
really
difference to me,
wide.
or is it just like a physical change?
Mentally doesn't affect you. You are
Hmm.
yourself, but you do notice this. You even feel it in your bones. Like you are getting arthritis.
I think
Nemea
I
regrets
found-
not running.
I think I found the time monster.
Yeah, no shit.
And the herb. I'm not as young as I once was.
What are you doing?
Nemea, we should go. Nemea, we should go. Pick up a cat.
Well,
Let's go.
it is your turn. What
Oh,
would
is
you
it
like to
my
do, Kirby?
turn?
Yes, they used their whole turn to open up the path and do their ability.
Yeah, I grab Nemea and I run in whichever direction seems safest.
Sounds good. If you're not gonna roll a roll for it, I'm gonna say we can go off of your last roll. Or no, your last roll is very bad.
Last roll is terrible. I would, if you would let me, I would love to roll another
I would-
perception.
Love to let you roll again.
Thank you. I lie. Can we go with the last one?
It can't be worse.
So that was another nat 1.
Cool. Okay.
We're gonna die.
You
For a
grab and
7.
you grab and run, and you're turning the running, and you unfortunately run into another creature.
I'm old. My nose doesn't work as well as it does.
Aww.
Okay. Let's see where this guy's gonna go. All right.
I am so sorry.
It's probably better than the time lady. So
Don't tempt fate, aka
I haven't
am.
I haven't mouthed off to this monster yet. So
Yet.
So here's what you see in front of you.
so far I'm 2 for 2 though. So
You see in front of you a metal skeleton.
oh.
It has a couple of horns coming off of its forehead and one across its nose, sort of like a triceratops, but is humanoid in shape. A little bit smaller than Kirby,
Okay.
but still very, imposing. And instead of muscles, it has snakes. Snakes are writhing in between all of the iron.
Oh.
Whenever it moves, you can see that it's a snake grabbing one edge and pulling along the
Okay,
metal.
actually,
structure.
that's kind of dope.
That's really
Thank
dope,
you.
but at the same time,
Also terrifying.
yes.
And
Alia fucking
Terrifyingly dope.
thank you.
Dope. Dopey terrible.
Dopely terrifying.
So as you turn the corner, you see this thing, and it turns its head around and grabs the large. What are those called? It's just a big knife, big, huge fucking knife.
Machete?
Right?
Weaver.
Cleaver, thank you.
Cleaver. Great. Even better.
Grabs the large cleaver off its back and starts to drag it along, ready to fight.
It's like, Kirby, put me down. Kirby, put me down.
Slowly puts her down. Slowly puts her down.
So, here's what's gonna happen. You guys are currently going to move into an actual, turn by turn encounter, but we're gonna save that for next round.
Okay.
Man,
Great.
we get to fight the hot angel man, and we have to fight Snake Skelly?
I hate the hot angel man.
I want to take Angel Man. We get Snake
Same.
Skilly and Herbie Lady. Like, come on.
I can't wait to watch JJ's recap TikTok of this session.
It's trauma. I forgot about the TikTok. Yeah, I need to do that still. All right. Thank you to everybody who popped in. I do apologize that we were so late. This is gonna be intense. Episode 1 and 2 is up on YouTube. We finally have that. So if you want a recap of that, you can just go to my YouTube, which is the same name as my Twitch. And if you were looking at my YouTube, my Twitch is the same name as my YouTube. End stream. Right. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Oh wait, shoot, fuck, I forgot. For everyone who is new and or watching this for the first time, I'll let the people explain where you can find these amazing, talented people. Wrong direction. For example, Ollie. Where can people find you? You're a fantastic, terrifying brained man.
Yes. So you can go to my YouTube channel, Delta Cryptid Productions, where I have a couple of other actual plays that I am a part of. One that I play, Lycus the Stratus, the swashbuckling half-orc pirate, who made a quick appearance in this. But they're a little, they're at a different level here. Otherwise, I also have something called Tales from Terra, which is a actual play of a game that I made up called Terra Mahia. It's like D&D, but the rules are made by me, so I actually remember them 82% of the time. And you can get the game itself free on itch.io /Delta Cryptid Productions. It's still in beta. It gets updated rarely, but we're finishing one season of Tales from Terra, and it'll be updated shortly after that. Otherwise, I have a website called deltacryptidproductions.com, where all of that stuff is collected in one place. There's also a services section, because I do video editing for a reasonable price, I think. Along with, we offer audio editing and mixing as well, and some one-on-one world building sessions with me and a good friend David.
Good man.
So yeah, if you want Skeleton Snake Man as a bit of help, I'm available to make shit up for you as well.
Oh yeah.
You want a cube in your world?
Do you want a cube in your world? And if you
And
do
your
want
work
Yours could be called the sphere.
Oh,
and if you do want to see his work,
my headphones died.
Say good things about him, quick!
all the good things.
Like we don't
Say all the
already.
good things. He's so amazing. He's
Good
so
things.
wonderful.
We like
all the wonderful
Ollie.
things.
He has really great ideas. They're very terrifying, but
They
they're really
are.
freaking cool.
It's so much fun every single time we get to play with him. It's just
It's a great time.
It's wonderful. So if you do want to see what Ollie's work is like, he is also video editor for the Cube series. So this is his work.
Fuck you.
Watch it on
Liz.
YouTube so you could see the versions.
Liz,
Yeah.
would you like to talk a little about where you are? Where can people find you?
I'm Liz. You can find me here sometimes, like here tonight on the Cube. And sometimes JayJay and I play Stardew Valley when our internet will allow us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun time. I leave shit in his house all the time.
It's we have a golden statue of the mayor that I keep forgetting we have, and I run into him and I have like a full-on panic attack. But anyway.
On the internet, you can find me at justasinging_geek. That's me. And that's Instagram and Twitch and TikTok, and you can find my Twitter from there because it's different, but it's close. I just say a lot of random shit on Twitter. It's a fun time, actually. But yeah, I think that's me. I'm the one with the weird cat who won't stay away.
Oh, I love Lycus so much.
Me too.
Okay, Tanner, Would you like to go next?
You can find me. You can find me on the internet if you're at Mithril Warlock. I'm not really doing anything right now, but I have projects in the works for Library of Lost Tales. We're going to have stuff on that again eventually. And also, I'm possibly going to be running something on Grim Songbird channel in a couple months from now. But yeah. So I don't really exist at the moment, but you can follow me on social medias if you want to know what I'm doing with life. Or you can find me here on the Cube.
The Cube.
The cube.
Nemo.
So you can find me on just about everything between Twitch and TikTok and Twitter and all of that at Mimicking Nemo. And yeah, that's actually, I'm Mimicking Nemo everywhere. So I'm just getting back into things, like posting and streaming and whatnot more. So hopefully I'll be getting more into stuff as time goes on. We'll see how it
I'll
goes.
type in Mimicking Nemo on LinkedIn to see if you're on there. Because they're on everywhere, so.
All the
Not
sites you
quite
actually care
everywhere,
about.
but yeah. General social media and stuff, that kind of thing, yeah.
Also, Nemo has a wonderful Etsy shop that you should definitely pop in to see all of their really brilliant work. I'm a big fan, and you guys should definitely have a look. For those who are curious, what is that Etsy shop's link, Nemo?
I'm a little sad my mic didn't pick up my sigh. It was so dramatic.
Oh, yes, love.
What was Nemo?
No, I paint D&D miniatures and D&D themed type stuff, and I'm hoping to work into Warhammer and pretty much just general minis and whatnot. And you can find me on Etsy at Tiny Mimic Adventures.
That's so cute.
They
Right.
recently painted a Mind Flayer who was a bard.
Love
Yes, which I still need to write the story for him. I've had writer's block. That's the only reason he's not up yet.
Worst.
He's gonna go on Ko-fi though.
Yeah.
And that should be under Mimicking Nemo as well. So once I get him up, hopefully all of my painting stream minis will end up going on Ko-fi for sale with their own little stories and stuff. Once I
Cool.
get past
Fabulous
my
Mind
writer's
Flayer.
Nemo, you're so
Love that.
cool.
That is really cool.
Thank
And
you.
me, I exist. I'm Meister Hypester everywhere. I do things like kidnap my friends for hours at a time and refuse to let them go anywhere. And if no friends are available, I'll kidnap chat for a couple of hours and we'll draw stuff. Or you can watch me simp over Sims 4 butts or whatever it is that I'm doing at the time. Yeah, it was very funny. I was actually looking for a D&D party to raid, and I was like, oh, they look cool. I'm like, that's us, never mind. So
There's ADH Adventures.
ADH Adventures is on right now?
Looks like it.
Oh yeah, they are. Okay, so we are going to go raid ADH Adventures. Please do not go anywhere. Just pop in, say hi. They're lovely. And then we are going to go pass out because it is late. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will have a TikTok about this episode, which is going to be very interesting. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
The cube.